Coming up on day 2 of my cruise from Cropredy Marina to Henley-on-Thames. I get stuck in another lock. I have another tough time in a lozenge-shaped lock. And I make a complete hash of going under a lift bridge at Thrupp. And welcome to day 2 of my cruise from the Cropredy Marina down to Henley-on-Thames. This was supposed to be a cruise, allegedly cruise. I had planned I was going to take 2 weeks over this, but because of time constraints and other things going on, I've really had to push it. I've got to try and do this in 5 or 6 days. Yesterday on day 1 I covered 12.5 miles, which is about 15% of the total distance I need to do, and I did, I think it was 9 locks, which is about 24% of the locks on this trip. The total trip is about 80 miles and 40 something odd locks. Anyway, really early start to this morning, simply because it was so hot yesterday that I became sort of quite, well, I felt really unwell by the time I moored up. I got so hot at the last lock of the day up there, the eye-hole weir lock, that I just couldn't continue and had to moor up. Not a great mooring spot. It was cool at least, but rather noisy train line over there, and it was not great for solar, but anyway, I survived. So, yep, 6:30 in the morning and I'm on the move. Yes, I know that's criminally early, but I want to try and get as much done today before it gets stupidly hot this afternoon. It's forecast to get up into the 30s again this afternoon, and quite frankly, I can't cope with that again. That was just too hot yesterday. Anyway, let's see how it goes. I've got about 9 locks, 7 or 8, 9 locks to do today, depending on how far I go. And today I'll be going on to new water, which is quite exciting. Basically, I will be getting to the point where I hired a narrowboat a few years ago, and that means that after that point I will be on new waters, which will be, yeah, really good. Looking forward to that. Okay, only been going about 10 minutes and I've got a lift bridge ahead that is actually closed. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I've not done one of these before on my own. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to work this, but anyway, I guess I'll soon find out. Slightly worryingly, the engine was a bit smoky first thing this morning, but it seems to have settled down now, and I don't know why. Guess it's having the old man's early morning cough, but yeah, it's checking out a bit of smoke. Ah, interesting. It looks like the mechanism to open it is on the right hand side. That makes life a bit easier. Normally they're on the non-towpath side. There's clearly a mechanism there. And I don't remember this lift bridge when I came up here a few years ago, so I guess it was there. Oh, there's another boat coming up. So I was here first. I guess I better show willing and go and sort out the lift bridge. Okay, so the other boat has kindly agreed to close the bridge for me. Makes life a little bit easier. And through we go. First lift bridge of the day. There's a lot coming up shortly though. It's already incredibly hot. Really feel it. Okay, coming up to the first lock of the day. Nobody appears to be in it. Question is it set in my favour or not? Well, the lock was set in my favour, and I remember this lock from when I came down here a few years back. Strong wind coming across here. I had a devil of a job getting off the lock landing here, and the same has just happened today. Very windy. Fantastic little cottage here. And last time I came through, it was for sale. It's completely off grid if I remember correctly, but beautiful location. You can't even get a road to it. The only way you could get to it was by boat from a bridge that was a little way down, further down the canal. As I said, great little cottage, fantastic. Still no road to it as far as I can see. I guess it was sold because all the windows are open. They must love narrowboats coming through here this early in the morning. Wow, that Somerton deep lock really lives up to its name. Very deep indeed. Again, I might have some trouble getting out of this lock because I couldn't get the lower gate fully open. Actually, it looks like I've got around it, so that's okay. Oh, contact with the gate. Not a lot of room in these narrow locks on the Oxford Canal. So what I'm going to do now is stop under bridge 194 here and hop out and go up and close the gate. Well, that's the plan anyway. Just need to get the boat to hover. Easy does it. And that's the first look of the day done. And it is warming up already. Now this little sort of narrowboat like boat on the left here, I believe comes with the cottage at the lock there, and it's the only way of getting to and from the nearest road and the cottage. Well, you can walk the towpath obviously, but that's what the boat's there for. Okay, so this is Allen's Lock, the bridge 204 straight after it, and one of the problems is no obvious way up and off and on the boat to go and close the lock gate. Guess I'll have to moor up on the lock landing just below and then walk back up. That seems to be the only option. Okay, so that's Allen's Lock, which is lock number 36 I believe, bridge 204 straight after it. And coming up I've got a lift bridge that requires a key. I must admit I've never used the key before on this boat, and I'm struggling to remember where I've put it. Hopefully I'll be able to find it. Anyway, another first for me, a key lift bridge. It was such a good idea to set off early this morning. It's what, just gone 9 o'clock, 10 past 9 now, and it's still relatively cool. When you get in the sun it's still very, very hot, but it's so much nicer. So what's that? That's 2.5 hours of cruising I've done so far today. Okay, so here I am at the lift bridge. Apparently I need a key to operate it, so better go and see if I can find that and then work out how to use a lift bridge. Well, I found my key and the bridge was dead easy to use, so yeah, another first. Sorry for the hold up. Do you want to press the close button once I'm through? Okay, good. They've pressed the close button. Makes my life a bit easier. I'm not holding them up. Okay, so that's my first lift bridge operated, and I'll soon be on new water, because just a little way down here there's an incredibly narrow former bridge hole, or it might be a lift bridge, and then after that is the hire place where I hired the boat and we went that way. So once I'm past it, new water, very exciting. And here we go, coming up to an incredibly tight bridge hole here at the boat hire place. You come out of the boat hire place and you go north. It's the first thing you have to go through. Then you have to wind your way past all these moored boats. It's yeah, baptism of fire, I guess. And then once I get through the bridge ahead, I will be on to new waters. Very exciting. Okay, it's through the narrow bridge hole. Wow, most of their hire boats are out. I can only see 3 there. There was a lot there when we picked the boat up a few years back. Mind you, it was early in the year. I think it was March, April time. Wow. There we go, Oxford narrowboats. What, 10 to 10, and it's really heating up now. You can really feel it. Looks like the only ones I've got in are the day boats. and that's it, on to new waters. The excitement. Okay, we're coming up to Lock 37, which is Dashwood Lock, and the hire boat that pulled out just in front of me as I was going past the hire place back there is just mooring up at the lock landing, so I may as well just sort of hang back here because they're obviously going to have to go through the boat. I think they're single-handing. I don't see anybody else on it. Oh no, there they go. Somebody's just got off the front, so that's good. So they've got some helpers. Okay, so this is Dashwood Lock 37, and it's another one where the gate won't completely open, so it's going to be really tight getting out here. The boat that just went out ahead of me really struggled, so I don't know how well this is going to go. I'm up against the gate. No, I'm wedged. No, this is as I feel. I'm wedged here. No, completely. No, completely wedged. Not sure what to do. Okay, so that didn't work. Running out of options here. I'm going to give it another go going forward. I wiggled the gate a bit. See if that sorts out. There is a boat coming down behind me. No, not going anywhere. Right. Let's try going backwards now. Right. Completely wedged. Okay, I can go backwards. Right, yes, this is a tricky one. Well, I think I got a little bit of the silt out of the way. That seems to be what the problem is. You can feel a large amount of silt just down in the corner there. Oh. Thanks for your help. Thanks for your help. Good luck with getting yours through.
How wide is your boat?
Standard.
Yeah, mine is right.
Wow, finally got out of there. That was unbelievable. That was unreal. I could definitely feel a big chunk of silt right down at the bottom, but there was just no way of getting it and moving it. Lucky those guys came along and gave me a hand. I don't know how they're going to get their boats through. What a nightmare. I wonder if this is a consequence of the canal not being used last summer, that a lot of silt built up with it just sort of sitting there not being constantly flushed through. Are all the locks going to be like this? That's my second one I've had so far that's had that problem. Bit of a nightmare. Well, I reported the problem with that lock and I've now just come up to another one. Hopefully I won't have so many issues with this one. The boat that was in front of me has clearly gone through and has gone down, so at least they're not stuck in the lock. So let's see how this one goes. Can't be any worse than the other one. Anyway, there were two boats behind me at that last lock, and I wonder if they're going to get through it. It seems to be a real problem. Now I'm just going into Baker's Lock, Lock 40 on the Oxford Canal. When I leave this lock, I will leave the Oxford Canal, because between locks 40 and 41 it's the River Cherwell. Now obviously I'm recording this video before I release the last one where I sort of said, is it Cherwell or Charwell? So let me know in the comments if you think it's Cherwell or Charwell. I was told that it's Cherwell outside of Oxford, that's the way it's spelled, but in Oxford it's Charwell. Anyway, let me know. So, just about to leave the Oxford Canal and go on to the River Cherwell. Oh, and back there I saw something very exciting that I've never seen before. I was only thinking the other day, I haven't heard a cuckoo this year, and as I was going along the canal I heard a cuckoo. Not only did I hear the cuckoo, I saw the cuckoo. So that was amazing. It was perched right high up in a tree and really giving it one. Very, very loud, very surprising. So that's been to lock number 40, Baker Lock, or Baker's Lock. Oh, it's Baker Lock. So, lock number 40. Right, no, stand corrected. It's Baker's Lock. Right, so that's me leaving Lock 40, Baker's Lock, and heading on to the River Cherwell. Well, as far as Lock 41, and then I'm back on the Oxford Canal. And here we are on the River Cherwell. Wow, being on a river, even a small one, you can really feel the difference. It's a lot deeper. I can put more speed on. I'm not creating much, what I call hardly any wash at all. I can really let the engine fire away. Boat handles so differently under these conditions. Much more responsive, quite incredible. Wow, that was great going along that Peter River there. It was really good to just open up the engine a little bit, really get it going. Hopefully blew a bit of carbon out of it, who knows. And here we've got the next lock and a handy sign telling us that in fact the Oxford Canal is to our right. So and here we are at the next lock. Interesting, this lock, Lock 41, Shipton Lock, which is coming off the River Cherwell and going back onto the Oxford Canal, is another one of those weird lozenge-shaped locks. Now, as I said in the last video, I think I read somewhere that the reason they're this shape is because it helps sort of gulp water down from the river into the canal system, because you get a lot more water into the lock every time you fill it this way. Don't know if that's true or not. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is that right? Seems plausible to me. And this lock also has the added fun of having a bent balance beam, which I guess is to incorporate the, well, it is to incorporate the lozenge shape of the lock. Now, part of the issues with these locks is getting on and off the boat. Well, that lock was hard work. Those gates are really heavy, really stiff. Got very hot again. I'm beginning to go off these lozenge-shaped locks. They're too much hard work. Unreal. Anyway, that's lock, what is it? Shipton weir lock done. Oh. Hitting the gate on the way out, never a good sign, never a good thing. That lock was hard work. So the time now is what? Just gone 2 o'clock, and it's getting quite hot out here. Temperature's supposed to peak around about 3. That lock was really hot, hard work. So I'm thinking that I might moor up down near Thrupp. It's not too far down here. I was going to cruise on until early, but that's going to sort of put me into Kidlington and sort of North Oxford, and yeah, I think I'd rather sort of pass straight through those places tomorrow and onto the Thames if possible. So anyway, let's see if I can find a mooring somewhere down here. Good grief, we've got a lift bridge coming up and it's closed. What is this? This is bridge 219. That's a lift bridge I've got to operate. Third lift bridge of the trip that I need to operate. First one somebody else did. I did the last one but didn't finish it off, and now I've got this one here. Don't know if it's electric or wingless or what. I think it's manual looking at things from here. Okay, lift bridge time. Wow, that said 20 or 30 turns. Felt more than 20 or 30 turns to me. Oh. Oof, that was a workout and a half. Who needs a gym when you can go out on a canal, do manual locks and operate lift bridges all day long? Well, at least it's easier to lower. Well, that's a spot of luck. I've just gone through something called the Thrupp Wides, and coming out of the Thrupp Wides there's a lift bridge which I'd missed on the map. Luckily for me, some kind soul's just appeared with a key and is operating it for me. Oh! My bad, caught me completely by surprise, this bridge. I have. I know, I've just painted them all. Look at the state of it already. It's only paint, yeah, I know. I'm going to eat that one in front now. Cheers, thanks. Well, that wasn't at all elegantly done. I should have taken a wide line. That caught me completely by surprise. Must study the map more closely. Okay, so that's day 2 completed. I cruised through to about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm now in the village of Thrupp. So I've covered another 12.5 miles. That means I've done 25 miles of my 80 miles, which is what, roughly 30%. I did another 8 locks today, so that takes me to 17 locks in total out of the 38. So I'm about, what, 45% on the locks. So I am getting there, but it's incredibly hot again. It really heated up this afternoon. It gets really noticeable because the top of the boat here, it gets too hot to touch. That's when I know it's really time to sort of stop cruising. Anyway, that was an eventful cruise. Got stuck again in a lock, which wasn't very enjoyable. Finally got free of there. Had another nasty experience with one of those lozenge-shaped locks. They're hard work. They're very hard work, particularly in this heat. And had a terrible encounter with a lift bridge just down there that caught me completely completely unaware. Approached it from the wrong angle and everything. Made a real hash of it. Quite embarrassing. Lots of people watching. Anyway, tomorrow, day 3, I'm going to continue on, and with luck I should get onto the River Thames. Now, I discovered today that going on the River Cherwell, you can go a lot faster on the rivers, so hopefully from then on I will be able to motor along. I think it's about 8-10 miles to the river from here, something like that. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe it's only 6, but anyway, tomorrow hopefully get onto the River Thames, and once I'm on the Thames, a lot less locks to do, wider, and I should be able to go a bit faster and crack on towards Henley. I reckon it's going to take me 6-7 days to get down to Henley in total. Anyway, if you watched for this long and you've enjoyed it, found it informative or interesting, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also click that hype button. It really does help. And on the screen now you will see a QR code. If you scan that or click on the link in the description, that'll take you through to a free newsletter about the grey wagtail. Don't worry, I don't bombard your inbox with all kinds of stuff. Just send out the occasional email once I've published a video. Anyway, thanks for watching for this long. Bye for now.